In this video, we're breaking down some ranked gameplay from the Furia squad. This is HisWattson's perspective. I'll break down and analyze certain decisions that they make. We'll talk about why what they're doing works. And yeah, let's get into it.
When did we get over leads? When did lead phase out?
So as we can see, they dropped and they were contested here. There's a team on the other side of Climatizer, and they are going to fight them here pretty soon.
Maybe it's a RuneScape thing.
You notice where they all landed. I'm actually going to get pretty analytical in this video, guys. By one landing here, the other lands here, and the other lands here, you've basically cut off this team's loot completely. They only have this side to loot, but it makes pushing them that much easier, okay? If all of Furia landed here, then it would be a battle for the middle, perhaps. And whoever got to middle first might be able to control the flow of the fight better. But by having them all split this up, it's a really good understanding of the layout of this POI. It's very symmetrical. There's two buildings on both sides. There's the middle with two donut buildings on either side as well, right? So controlling this is critical for the fight.
One's in here.
We were back here, second floor.
Walking up a little bit.
So we've
I'm
got
gonna queue up left. I'm gonna queue up left and play that double door.
So we've got HisWattson working an off angle is what I described that. Panders
100 on
and
my
Zeratricky are going to take a lot of attention.
Dead.
And then Watson's going to be able to shoot people in the back
But
because of his
okay,
positioning.
Lifeline is like 50 HP. But
So now we've got a 2v1. Zero went down. Watson knocked the Pathfinder, and then they just down the lifeline.
Blocked him on the door. You can res if you want. Yeah.
So he directs his teammate to res because you just never know if another team's coming, but also it's 2v1 and he's watching. He knows where this third guy is, so it's very safe for them to res.
he's high ping R9, so careful. And controller. So he has all the box checks.
And as you'll see right there, the guy ran past this window. I'll rewind it. So he knows where he's going already.
He's high ping.
Watch
R9,
this
so
lower
careful.
window
And
here
controller.
on
So he
the
has all
right
box
side.
checks.
Right there. He
You're
just
right,
ran
you're
through
right,
it.
right.
So now he knows he's coming. Pre-aiming and just 2v1, right? The guy cannot shoot both of them at the same time.
Yeah, you did to this guy.
And that's crucial. That's how you really secure the fact that you're going to win that fight. It sounds really obvious, but so many players in all levels get antsy and they make mistakes there. And anytime a player's outnumbered in a fight, they're always going to look for isolation, because if they get isolation, well, that's the only chance they have at winning any disadvantaged fight, right? So I'm going to fast forward a little bit because they just do some looting here. They craft, they make sure they have enough bats. This is really smart. Just take advantage of the crafter.
That's a dope.
Make sure that you have enough resources for potentially even not just the next fight, but maybe if you don't fight again for a while. So they move on to Fragment. They clearly hear shots. They're looking for a third-party opportunity. Right now, there's only 11 squads left, and round one zone hasn't even closed. So that's a good amount of the population that has diminished with the amount of real estate that is still remaining in this game. That is a key metric to look at as you're progressing through a ranked match. How many squads are left alive, and what time of the game is it?
They're in market on like that side. Over here in front of me.
I'm far right.
Once again, Watson's taking an off angle.
Oh, what
here.
a
Oh
scam!
my god.
I'm
What a
netting
scam
their
from
backside.
I got by an arc.
Okay,
I'm
fun.
not,
Not dead.
Blood one.
Bloodhound
What's
80.
dead?
Bloodhound 80. Or
I
Bloodhound.
cracked
Angle
the
80.
thing.
She's low. She's low. Panders.
He's one.
Low.
Where is he shooting at?
That was like a relatively easy fight, and obviously these are diamond players, but it's still kind of early in the split, so maybe they were masters previously. However, the key thing you want to look at here is these two are moving together in both these fights so far, and Watson has a great understanding of where he believes this enemy team to be. Now that comes from game sense, experience, but also the communication within the squad.
I'm far right.
Scan-
This is a great seer scan because it gets all three, so it immediately lets this whole team know where everybody is, right?
I'm swinging
what
left.
But by just only having this wall for cover, this wall is basically this team's only cover. Now, fighting in market is awkward because there's so many angles, all right? And so just having that wall isn't that good. If I was that team, I'd really think about backing up. But if these two get closer, backing up probably isn't an option. So it gets to be a little dicey. That's why Watson catches one coming over here. because they're trying to leave this wall, and they don't all want to be kind of backed up into this area.
Oh my god.
I'm
What a
nading
scan
their
from Zero
backside.
Cookie.
I got by an arc.
Okay,
I'm,
fun.
This nade also helps him because it
One,
slows
one,
that
one,
guy
one.
and
180,
stuns his aim,
180.
even though it only took a little bit of
180.
damage from the arc.
He's one.
So they're gonna hit a recon
Like,
beacon here to get knowledge about where the rest of the squads are.
I can't think of a worse decision. I mean, you're just gonna ruin every aspect at once of your entire life.
I didn't have any crazy stories like that. As far as where I heard rumors.
He
but
has not looked at the
I heard that
map
was
though, try to see where anyone is, which I don't like, but he's probably just deep in conversation and not paying attention. But you always want to make sure you're looking at the map here to know where people are at. It's the same rule as if you scan a beacon to know the next ring knowledge, or I guess they're called ring consoles, whatever. You always want to look at the map to see where it's pulling. You don't just want to like scan it for the heck of it and hope that your teammate relays that information. So he sees one in this house, but now it's more than one, right? Which is often the case.
People died a lot.
Doesn't sound like doesn't sound like
One
an
guy's
asshole.
outside.
Oh, I can kill that guy probably.
The dip.
There,
Hello?
isn't there like a million teams here, by the way?
I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah, right here, right here. Another team's hiding right here.
It's funny, isn't there a million teams here, by the way? I'm not sure. He didn't look at the recon scan.
Lobo.
I'm about to kill a guy, maybe. Oh, he's about to kill me. He's low.
141.
That lifeline,
I killed
that
him.
lifeline is very low.
Now he's going to try to get the full kill from
I'm
here
trying to thirst him, but
because
I'm gonna
obviously he
find the back. I
wants
can't
that
thirst him.
KP, and that person's far away, so there's a huge potential there for them to get revived.
I'm batting. We might have to turn on this team.
Where? Oh, yeah, they're pushing.
I got the third. I need a Q back and then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
get
you're good.
This was a good little tap strafe to get around the corner to make
building
sure
safe, bro.
he's
Just get in the building.
had some
I
cover.
hit them for like 50 each, but yeah, they're on Watson's roof. You might want to be careful, Watson.
I
So
can't
now
see
he's
him.
realizing
I can't shoot for
there's
you right now.
angles
Both are
from
on roof right now.
multiple
I'm gonna
places,
I'm gonna queue in your open your door.
so
there.
they're gonna kind of
Opened it.
chill in this building. You know, block off
I thirsted
all of
that guy.
these lines of
Around
sight
down
on
here.
them.
Or-
Take
yeah,
off
or-
some of the heat from you. That's a really smart idea.
Where they at?
This is the
Your
beauty
back.
of having a Loba. You
Range.
may get some
This
kills,
Loba
but
is
maybe
so
you're not
tough.
close enough to the death boxes to loot it. So just having her ultimate is huge there.
They're still in there. Someone's in there. I'm gonna queue him. People are low ground though. Right here in the open. Almost cracked Wraith. 112 on that guy. 112 on Horizon. If you have a nade, which I don't.
I don't.
So once again,
This
this
is
is
a
an
duo, I'm
I
pretty
think I'm just
interesting
gonna drop there.
concept here, right?
Okay, well I'm healing.
If you look at his teammates, they're shooting over here towards Lava Siphon. They're clearly shooting the team that is over, what is this, west. Now, Watson knows that by them shooting, they will draw attention from the other team or teams in the area. So he immediately looks east or southeast, right? And so he's going to try to make them be like, hey, you can't push this. We're looking at two teams at once. And the presence that he's providing helps keep this team at bay, at least potentially. That's the theory. If Watson takes a ton of damage or gets knocked, that script changes completely. This is a very smart thing to do when you're dealing with these just tense scenarios where there's multiple teams, and where do you focus your attention is very critical. But it plays into the theme that has already happened throughout this game so far, that these two, Zara and Panders, are kind of on each other's hip and playing closer while Watson maintains off angles and sort of this, well, it's the support role is probably how I'd put it.
Healing, so
I'm pinching the team.
Really low on Horizon again. I'm reloading Pan.
Yep.
I'm gonna come up use all pin in a sec.
At the horizon. Popping it back. I can get the rates in a second.
Now
70,
the
70.
attention shifts because
Dude.
that team
Alright.
east
110,
wasn't
120 out
really
here.
doing anything, wasn't providing a ton of presence. Pender's got a kill on a platinum player. That's tough for them.
I didn't have any.
I'm running up to grandma's right now. There's no one here, I don't think.
It should've
Makes
been the
sense.
duo
This
that
team would leave that was playing this house because they had killed that lifeline, right? So maybe they got the banner and trying to revive them or respawn them rather. Maybe they're just like
They
gonna
just
go
dropped it.
rat because they're completely alone. Who knows? But they don't have a ton of business in just staying where they
They're
were,
chasing over accelerate.
especially with the
Very
zone
still a
pulling
kill.
further
Thumbs up.
away. Now they're team firing. I mean, this is really high IQ. This is like where you want to be in high level ranked. You want to have this awareness. Look, this Wraith is queuing, getting chased by another team. So it's evident that she's in some trouble. She probably has taken a good amount of damage too. And here we go.
Very
This,
still a kill.
Shit, this-
On the zip.
This team firings, I mean, this poor Wraith got shot by multiple people, but this is really smart. And everybody just looking there also just splits this KP up. A lot of times in ranked, at least in my experience, some players will not get KP while others will. Of course, there's, you know, the participation KP, but that only counts for a fraction of the total KP that you'll get. So it's not the same. So just having this awareness like, hey, this Wraith's in trouble. She's going to take the zip line. It's a free kill if we just focus fire her, and boom.
Got it.
This audio bug is so bad. Watson was shooting right next to me. I had no idea. It was just
I'm gonna kill across to you guys.
Need blood.
really low on bloodhounds.
One's on height with me.
Yeah, I'm about to challenge guy on top.
36 on the purple. I need a bat. He's on my back.
I'm gonna kill Wraith probably. Nope, she faced.
I'm not with you, Watson.
I'm in a pretty greedy spot.
Wraith 50 flush. Oh.
Holding for you.
Messed up the wall bounce there.
Maybe I shouldn't.
This was a really smart play by him. Let's take
Really
another
low
look
on
at it.
bloodhounds.
One's on height with me.
Yeah, I'm about to challenge guy on top.
So he realizes Panders, there's somebody challenging Panders. So he says, yeah, I'm going to chow this
On
guy.
the purple. I need a bat. He's on my back.
I'm gonna kill Wraith probably.
Then Wraith phases, good use of her
Nope,
ability.
she
And then her teammates holding for her, right? So it puts Watson in a tough spot. So instead of just turning around and panicking here, he knows the best course of action is to at least shoot this guy. If he doesn't shoot this guy will not be inclined to stop shooting him, right? So he's got to provide some presence, but he's not going to get too attached to this, depending on the damage he deals.
I'm in a pretty greedy
He does enough damage, 50 or 60, we'll call it, to make that guy rethink his decisions. And it gives Watson an opportunity to back up.
spot.
And
Wraith 50
simultaneously, he's
50 flush.
trading out while Panders is trading in, right? He's dancing back while Panders dances up. And that's a really good ebb and flow for a good squad.
Cracked one.
It's a solid understanding of just where to be and what to
Maybe I shouldn't
do.
be greedy. There's two guys low ground. It's Wraith Bloodhound down low.
The Loba's there too. Loba's there too.
Yeah.
Now this team's
Oh,
playing a
okay.
good head glitch. So let's see how this fight turns out. Watson
Wraith
gets a
33.
cheeky angle here.
Not with you guys. I'm healing. I gotta heal soon.
I can swing left pan.
One guy's up swinging.
Luckily, he got to this point, right? Getting across the bridge to this point is critical. He took, we'll call it 75 damage or so, but he didn't get one clipped or anything. This team really should have made Watson pay for making this, bold rotation, we'll call it. Anders was shooting for him, so that's very helpful. But getting to here is crucial because now he can look down over them, and he's totally eliminated their head glitch angle.
Taking the height from them.
We killed one.
Killed one.
I'm dead.
I accidentally fell.
Blind
I'm
one.
falling too then. Who's falling?
Flash.
They're
Found
all
one.
low,
Yep.
and it's easy, right? But I really want you guys to understand. You might look at this
30.
fight and think it's pretty simple,
3.
but the key is
with you
just
guys, I'm healing.
minimizing this team's leverage. This team clearly knows what they're doing from the essence of like they're familiar with the map, they're familiar with these angles, and Watson is like peeking this. He sees this guy here, his head right here, but he's thinking like, if I can get greedy and just
Guys
take
up.
this, especially
Bam.
while Panders holds, then we're golden here. We have all the leverage, and as you could see, it worked out very well.
We killed one.
Killed one.
I'm dead.
I accidentally fell.
Blind
I'm
one.
falling too then. Who's falling?
Flash.
Blind's one. Yep.
We've got a ton of KP, 10 KP for Watson
Honestly,
alone
struggling
with
with a
3
solo.
participation.
Here. If you want ammo, it's right here.
It's 4 squads with 10 people, right? So
my
2 are
left.
missing.
I did not mean to queue. This is the full team on the left. One of them.
So it could be 1 solo or it could be 2 duos. They're trying to figure that out. As Zara just said, this is one of
Almost
the
cracked
full
Wraiths.
teams right
Should
here
be,
on
like,
the left.
100.
That's helpful info to know. You want to
Kidnapping around the
not
rock.
walk into something and think it's a duo
I
or a
can't see
solo and
shit,
turns
but
out
I'm
to be a
shooting
trio.
right now.
Once again,
I got him.
Watson is
I got him.
embracing this support role. He's trying to take the heat away from these two while they focus on whatever's in this north corner. He doesn't want to let the other teams around them think, hey, they're fighting. We can pull up in third party. He's like, let me shoot them, keep them at bay, and hopefully trust my 2 shooters in Zara and Panders to handle what's over there. But I'm also really close to them so that I can swing over if they need me.
I got him. Damn, Panda's getting good at this.
I think Panders got a
Don't boost
kidnap
ego, don't
there.
boost his ego.
Yeah, he definitely did.
I can't walk up with you. I'm gonna get owned, so that's all you.
You can see the portal. It's on top of that door.
Resing in this.
Yeah.
All right, so we got a respawn over in the
That's
eggshell.
that duo Pathfinder. I don't know if you res one guy. Was it
Walked
one
up, I might
kid?
get shot in my back.
Is it
he
one
in this
kid?
corner there?
I'm not scanning him actually. Did he die?
Oh, he's
there,
looking truck
there.
and 2 in truck, no scan. Hello.
I wasn't getting him. I wasn't close enough.
I have to pad. I forgot.
Yeah, I was pretty sure that was a duo.
All right, so they're
got
taking
his ult
some
out.
heat here. They're backing up. They're playing
He's gonna
smart.
put a right.
They've realized, let me show you guys something. From this
wasn't getting
vantage
him.
point, they can get shot by the team on mod, right? And that is super important that you must consider in these ranked lobbies. Okay, this whole thing is LOS. All right, line of sight from this team here. Okay, and they do not want that, especially if this team is utilizing cover and playing from just better angles as this team, Watson's team, approaches. This guy's in the truck, the back of the pickup truck. There's probably a guy on the left here as well, I think. And they don't know if it's 2, if it's 3, but still, yeah, they do not like this, so they back up quick. And that's just a real good understanding of what are the angles and how much time do we have to stand in this choke and chow this team.
I'm close enough.
Also affected Panders because
Yeah, I
he
was afraid that
got
was a big
cracked, basically, right? So they start getting shot
his ult
from
out.
that team over mod.
He's gonna put a white raven on us. Careful.
He's porting. He's porting.
He's probably into the open.
This
Low.
Wraith makes a very questionable decision in trying to get out of here and just portal. She may just think, hey, we scared this team off. We scared HisWatson's team off, and we're just going to portal and get closer to zone. But that's such a bold move because, once again, the line of sight from the team on mod and Watson's team over here is probably not going to allow for that to happen. She also didn't time her phase super well, it seemed.
He's gonna put a white raven on us.
And that
Careful.
was just a low IQ play,
Probably
frankly.
into the open. Low.
Yeah, just
180
dead.
on that guy. All right.
We got him. He got thirsted.
We move right now. We have 30 seconds.
Well, we can kill the duo real quick, or the solo.
He's like.
I got him. I got him.
Yeah, and there's the solo, yeah.
Yeah, there's multiple
All right, so we got 2 teams left, not including Furia.
buildings in Lava City that are open, so
Let's see how this
That
plays
ran,
out.
So.
I can run last in Q if you want to go there.
Yeah.
And there's the only one who can really get shot. Maybe prison.
Outside is
I'm
low.
batting.
They're holding the head, which I don't have port either. Do we have an ultic though?
No,
No.
Oh, we're dead then.
no, we're not. We're good.
So once again, he played back. He kind of held. He knows he has his Q, and that's how he's crossing. Took a lot of damage, though, so it's going to be tough. Wants to make sure he doesn't die. He
Or even
instantly
that
finds a great safe spot to heal from.
There's a guy on our left. Careful. Watching like.
Still a lot of damage being
There's a guy
taken.
flying at us.
I'm good. I can bat here.
Oh, triple arc. He's probably dead
Back from
here. Yeah, he's dead. That's tough.
Wait,
That's
there's
a
a
bit
whole enemy there.
unlucky.
Actually, I'm in zone.
126 on Loba.
He's buzzing me. He's buzzing me.
Wow, this is bold.
I'm trying to hold.
I like the play, though, because he has gold knock. But this zone and these angles is tough.
I'm dead on next week. I can just
I canceled my path. Why?
Path is gonna kill you. Get to play this film here. Waiting for us. Good.
I got one more heater.
A really good use of the
Here,
heat
it's
shields.
just not in a good spot. If you're
Maybe
port
I'm
soon,
fine.
you're
I'll break this down a little bit in a sec. I want to see how it plays out, though.
no bats. I have no bats.
I only have.
Luckily, this Pathfinder screwed off and gave them this space to exist here. And now they actually don't have a bad angle on them. Not at all.
It's a take. No, there's a guy on you.
Take it.
There's a path on you though. Okay, I'm taking it.
Pander sets a good portal
We're
here.
just gonna have to play like really small. We can maybe get inside if you want.
I'm doing it. I'm going inside. I'm going inside.
There you have to come.
This is kind of crazy if you think about it. I mean, it's really 2 teams, but Infuria is just taking the brunt of everything. They're being focused by both teams, so it feels like 6v3. And sometimes that's just how ranked goes. It's probably the worst feeling because you're kind of wondering, what are these teams doing? You know, you're getting ganged up on. It does suck, but they did a really good job navigating that. I'm surprised that this Pathfinder backed off. He had them pinned against zone. And that's something you really want to take advantage of, is just real estate. If you acknowledge that
one
this
more heater.
team has bad positioning, like they only have this strip here. This guy and his teammate, wherever they are, should be channeling this and keeping Furia here because look, there's no cover. The only cover is this bin he goes and seeks now, but it's in a heat shield, so that's temporary. Really take advantage of teams when they're pressed up against the zone because the real estate is very limited. All right, let me go back.
I mean, we can just play the walkout through that door. We need to.
Good shots on this
Lifeline's one over here.
lifeline. Very good shots on that lifeline.
Playing a little.
I have ult and 20%.
This guy's getting kind of owned, but he's probably fine.
This lifeline has to cross.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a guy on our.
He's doing what I just said. He's using this zone as his leverage to move this player out. And he's identified the fact that she's a lifeline, so she has no mobility. So I'm going to assume this is a free kill, either for Furia or for the other team if
The
they
other
have an
top
angle.
Loba just queued up.
I got farmed, bro. I got a Phoenix.
Except that
Phoenix in the
happened.
corner.
I'm playing low ground.
That didn't happen. He was looking for that kill on the lifeline.
Someone died. Probably the lifeline.
Yeah, lifeline died here.
Exactly. So lifeline did die.
I'm batting.
I don't have ult for.
All right, so it's
30%.
last team.
Well, it's a duo and a solo we're fighting.
But he's a little late on that info. He said it's a duo and a solo. Well, no, it's just one team now. Sometimes
I don't.
Pull me a syringe.
I have ult.
I don't have a bat. Here's a syringe.
There's a guy right here.
Got the bat.
sometimes when this stuff dwindles down, meaning the teams that are remaining just diminish, it's important to keep an eye on it. You don't want to go into this fight thinking there's still two teams. You really want to acknowledge, hey, it's just one other team. Now, the Legends have voice lines and they say last team. Doesn't always work, and sometimes you'll just miss it. That's why it's really important for all three players to be on the same page and be looking out for this info, because if you're in this situation, your two teammates might miss this, right? And so then it's good for you to know that and tell them. And they're like, oh, okay. And that changes the scope of everything, how you'll play it, how you'll view it, your aggression levels.
I can't see him.
He went back up. He went back up.
So I wonder if they know that yet.
It's 3, by the way.
Okay.
Bangler?
It's 3, by the way.
I
So
will-
so now he's identified it's a full
You
team.
have to run underneath the bridge on the left side.
I dropped a bat behind you. So
There, I just
Nade,
grabbed
nade,
it.
nade, nade, nade.
We have to get under. I can queue under here. I can queue under here and have another angle. Ready?
Good, good. This is really smart because now he's
My ult on
underneath,
you.
Pathfinder, to your close right.
and this is just a pinch. It's an off angle once again for Watson.
Pathfinder grappled up on
He's
top,
gonna
he's
be
tried-
sneaky and get out, which is good for him.
Reloading.
Now potentially they can look at the duo, but with Pathfinder's angle, they could just shoot them in the back if they swung out where Watson just was. That's how he instantly went back to his safe spot with his cover here. And by doing this, he's really only in a 1v1. It's not like a straight up one because there's some distance between them, but he doesn't have to worry about the other two unless they drop, right? Because there's just no line of sight for the other two. And the duo, his teammates, can look at the duo on Watson's left.
had the bat.
They still have nades, which is impressive. Having nades late
Nade,
game
nade,
is
nade,
something that most teams burn
go
before
behind
they
him, I get
get
farmed.
these. Whoa, okay, let's see what happens here.
I'm behind them. I'm behind them.
I'm
Re-
naded off. I'm naded off.
Oh,
Bangler
I got
one.
here, but you got.
really good entry damage.
I'm batting. I'm batting. I don't
Needs
have
his
a bat.
teammate to make a move so some of this heat on him subsides.
Never mind.
Pass-
One's right above. He's
Pass
getting
grappling
high.
on top.
Path
You can't
made
stand
it.
on me anymore.
Path made a good play, a really smart play there.
I have to heal. I have to Phoenix, bro.
I'm gonna kill Bang. I'm gonna make a TP out to this back rock.
Okay,
I'll
okay,
take the
okay.
space to walk
100,
out.
100 on path right here.
You might have to go
I'm
take
on
that
main
port, Zara.
Bang's 1
Yeah.
HP.
I'm gonna go for it.
We're gonna take your port and just yellow it.
Bang dead. Bang dead. I have a shield. Yeah, play shield. Play shield. You can play the back rock. Back rock.
70 on that guy on the right.
Selling.
Okay, so at least Panders did a trade, a 1-for-1. That was huge.
Both there.
You play left side.
You can
now,
grab that
because they're
spot.
both on that side.
Why can't I grab it?
I'm watching the left guy.
You have zone.
I'm batting. I'm batting.
Live.
This guy's gonna get res maybe. He's playing right. He's gonna swing this soon.
So he puts his ult down for some cover.
I'm on left, Zara.
I can't.
Got to make this happen
Swing
quick.
this side, swing this side. I have knockdown.
Very low on ammo.
No.
Oh, man, the climb up is what screwed him. This was really nicely done, but he needed to kill one of them sooner. Okay, and I'm going to show you. Let's break it down. So these guys are working good angles on Furia. They really only have this rock to play, and that isn't the best. So he's looking for them over here, but they aren't. They've started to swing to the east.
I'm on left, Zara.
Zara dies.
I can't.
He hits, what is that, 80 plus on path, cracks him, but like, look, they're both here. He's getting connections on actually both of them simultaneously. So Loba's gonna swing. Now she's got the wingman strafe, and he has to swap to his nemesis, which is not good up close. The hip fire is just eh.
Swing the other side, swing the other side.
Certainly not as good as the Prowler. But if he could have gotten a knock, like right
I'm on left there.
I can't.
here, he would be going into this on like white armor. We'll call it 150, right? Because he's lost 75. But he cracks path, and now he cracks Loba.
Swing the other side, swing the other side.
And as he's doing that, that's why Zara says swing on the other side, swing on the other side. He's taking damage in his back. You can see the indicator right here. He's getting shot in his back. And so this is just not good, really, especially because he has no bats. And this guy's really close. And look how far Watson is to his knocked teammate. Not good. The Pathfinder has all the cover. The portal's there, which can act as a visual disruption. So there's so many things going against him. His health bar is very low, and he has 12 bullets in his nemesis. There's so many things stacked against him. Pathfinder could have done anything here. He could have batted while he 1v1 Loba. Nah, he probably couldn't have actually, but he may have swapped. I don't know if he swapped Pander's box. Maybe hit the Loba ult. Like there's definitely some options that this Pathfinder could have done to reset the damage that Watson previously dealt to him.
Down.
This guy should have killed him here in this first spray. Watson used some good movement, and the knockdown may have played a role because he was up closer to him. This was a good burst, 68, re-cracks him. But swinging up here is way too risky. If this guy has any audio on this, he can pre-fire Watson, and it's just not good. Not to mention,
Swing the other side, swing the other side.
both of these knockdowns play in this guy's favor, all right? So he's got the leverage. He's also got to be more HP than Watson is. Like, I just have to believe he is. He's only a few bullets away from death. So what I probably would have done here,
Swing the other side.
this is a split-second decision, but I probably would have elected to sit in my teammate's knockdown because he has a gold knockdown, so I can take 750 damage. And I just would have slowly popped some cells. Like, it's not a guarantee, but if I was going to swing him, I think swinging here is risky. I know why he comes this way, because if he swings left or right, he fears that they're going to play the knockdown well. But I just, climbing up kind of takes away because your gun does this mantle thing, and it can get wonky. But overall, I mean, this was an amazing game. He's going to walk out with 271 RP. That's a ton for Pred. He's dropping over 3k damage. It's 12, 16 KP in total. Like, it's a monster of a game. It's unfortunate, but this enemy team actually did a pretty good job of playing this last end zone. And if you guys enjoy this type of content, let me know down in the comments. This is trying out something new, but thanks for watching. Peace.